With so many videos of Nigerians being kicked out of other countries and South Africa really coming out in the forefront and saying, ha, see, ha, ha, we told you. You guys should have listened to us. We told you about Nigerians. We are not xenophobic. We are fixing our country. And so when you say and you see stuff like that, right? I think that there's manipulation in this conversation, and it's on purpose. This conversation is manipulated on purpose because it is deep rooted into Afrophobia. Okay, if we can understand that the media and the politicians and the government can manipulate information, at what point are we not realizing that maybe there's manipulation in xenophobia? Let me explain. When we say that South Africans are xenophobic, and then South African response is, we're not xenophobic, we're not xenophobic, you just don't understand what we're saying, you don't know what you're talking about. They are having the base level conversation. Yes, Nigerians are selling drugs in South Africa, but what we are saying to you is that there is a pipeline, there is a route, there is a system that is happening in South Africa of how this drugs, kidnapping, and all of that is happening. And when you point the finger just at one group of people, then you are hiding the other people that you need to follow. So for instance, South Africa is both a transit point and a consumer market for illegal drugs. Major entry methods include air routes. Drugs are smuggled via commercial flights by mules, often from South America, Southeast Asia, and West Africa. Brazil, Colombia, Thailand, Pakistan, Nigeria. Again, the focus is on what? Is on Nigerians. So what do? We leave out the Brazilians and the Colombians. That's what we mean by xenophobia. If you're going to put a face on illegal immigration, put the face on everybody. Sea routes. The post and air routes, Nigerians don't control air routes in South Africa. That's number one. Sea routes. Nigerians don't control sea routes in South Africa. The ports of Durban, Cape Town, and Port Elizabeth are used to traffic drugs via shipping containers. These often come from Asia and South America, right? Not one time are we bringing up South America and what it's doing. Because what's happening is, even if you got rid of all the Nigerians, all the these countries here, all they're going to do is just replace it with another group of people. Land routes. Drugs enter from neighboring countries such as Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Namibia, especially through informal or poorly monitored border crossings. And this is where you start getting the illegal African immigrants. You know, that's the land one. They have some control in that one. But the sea routes and the air routes, that's not Africans that own that. Another key entry point is Johannesburg's O.R. Tambo International Airport, right? Nigerians don't own the O.R. Tambo International Airport. Durban and Cape Town ports, again, that's not a Nigerian ownership. Do Nigerians sell drugs in South Africa? Yes, they do. But are you not understanding the power that is behind them? So why is the face just Nigerians? We want everybody's face to be called out. Kruger National Park border region is known for porous borders with Mozambique. This one, yes, now we get into the level of where they could be. Types of drugs commonly trafficked: cocaine, heroin, cocaine from Latin America via West Africa. See what I'm saying to you? It's coming from South America via the Nigerians in Nigeria, and the Nigerians coming to South Africa illegally, right? So we're not defending the Nigerians that are selling drugs and part of all of these things. We are saying, why aren't you putting all the faces so all of this can be attacked? Heroin is coming from the southern route from Afghanistan via Pakistan, Iran, and East Africa. Those are not Nigerians. We need the faces of Pakistani people, Irani people, East Africans. We need their faces equally right there with Nigerians. Methamphetamine, locally produced, also smuggled from Southeast Asia. Okay? And cannabis is cannabis. It's grown everywhere. Lovely. And then now we get into gangs, right? I don't know anything about gangs, but we know the basic of gangs, because the people that you see on the street, those are just the mules, those are just the people that are being used. The main guys, the faces that you see that sell, those guys are being used. They have major people that run this whole, thing that they're doing. So local gangs and distributions in South Africa. South Africa gangs, like the Numbers Gang, Hard Livings, and Americans, play a role in local distribution. There's also involvement of foreign criminal syndicates, especially from Nigeria, Pakistan, and Chinese networks. Right? So I'm going to stop there, number 4. You can read number 5, okay? So the conversation that a lot of the South Africans, the Dula South Africans, let's get rid of Nigerians, South Africans, you guys are misleading in what you are doing. It's not people are in denial of what Nigerians are doing. We are saying that, please, put the face of all of them. Americans, Iranians, Pakistanis, East Asia, East Africa. Put them. Because this is why your government is not helping you. Because they are watching you fight each other on the ground while knowing damn well that they own the air routes, they own the sea routes, they own everything. All of those things. If anything, fine. We'll give it to anything that's on land and being driven by bus. But as you can see, you have a heroin, cocaine that's coming from South America into Nigeria, into South Africa. So go ahead and get rid of all the Nigerians. It's not going to change anything. Up until you attack your government, you attack your home affairs. Those are all those pockets, your business people, your politicians, because that's the major problem. And they only just allow you to fight each other on the street and chase people like Chidima down. Imagine chasing Chidima down. But South America is still out here pouring their drugs into West Africa, muling Nigerians into South Africa. We have a long way to go. That's what this conversation is about. Please stop making it seem like people don't understand what xenophobia is. We know what xenophobia is. One last thing. Also, when you are reading all of these news and stuff like that, and the word, they talk about mules being trafficked. They're talking about, human beings being used to traffic all the drugs and everything. What you still don't see them do is actually tell you that there are pilots that are in it. There are people at the airports that are in it. There are people in the the ports. There are people at the ports. Again, the focus is what? On the middleman, the physical person that's on the street that's going to flip drugs for $100, right? They're not talking, they never focus on the bigger picture. So don't let this word trafficking and mules only restrict you into thinking that, oh, it's just the using of people. No, the bigger ones, these guys back up here, they are using all these shipping containers, airplanes, like I said, even pilots that are involved in all of this stuff. Listen.